Hello, fifth graders. This is Mrs. Smith, and we're going to go over the Grade 5, Chapter 6, which is Multiply and Divide Decimals, study guide for your chapter test. Okay, you're going to estimate and then solve, show your work. All right, so just so we can see there, you have to estimate and then you need to solve. All right. Now, we have 3, so we don't have to really estimate there. It's just 3. And right here, I'm going to say that that's about half, all right? So 3 times 0.5, which is 5 times 3 is 15, and we have 1 decimal point, so we go 1 over, so it's 1.5. Oops, let me move that up here, 1.5. And I always forget to remove these little buttons down here. So 1.5. Now, I could do this mentally because this is about half, and what's half of 3? 1.5. Okay, now let's solve this for real. 0.57, which is 57 hundredths, times 3. Okay, good. All right. 7 times 3 is 21, carry the 2. 3 times 5 is 15, 16, 17. There's 2 decimal places in my top number, none in my bottom number, for a total of 2 in my answer. So my answer is 1 and 71 hundredths. Okay, question number 2. I'm going to round this to, I'm going to round 82 hundredths to 1, and I'm going to round 69 hundredths to a half, so it's going to be 0.5, okay? And 1 times 0.5 is 0.5, okay? Now, you could also have done, I could have made this 1 times 0.7 if I wanted to, which would be 0.7. Okay, something like that would be fine too. It all depends on how your teacher asked you. A lot of times they're asking you to round to either 0, a half, or a whole for estimating. So, I know teachers are pretty lenient when they ask you to estimate. So, anything like this would be okay. All right, now we're going to multiply for real, an exact answer. So, and again, you can put really any number on top or bottom. Nine times 2 is 18, carry the 1. 9 times 8 is 72, 73, carry the 7. 9 times 0 is 0, plus 7 is 7. I'm done multiplying by the 9. I add a 0 as a placeholder because I'm now multiplying by the 6, which is in the tenths place. So it's actually 60 hundredths, so I have to put a 0 there as a placeholder. 6 times 2 is 12, carry the 1. 6 times 8 is 48, plus 1 is 49, carry the 4. 6 times 0 is 0, plus 4 is 4. Okay, I'm going to add that together. 8 plus 0 is 8. 3 plus 2 is 5. 9 plus 7 is 6, carry the 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. There are 2 decimals in my top number, 2 in my bottom number, for 4 in my answer. Now, when I record my answer, I do like to put a leading 0 there to highlight that there is in fact a decimal point there. And if you want to read this number, it is 5,658 10,000ths. All right, question number 3. All right, let's see here. What are we going to do? I guess I would make this 16. Round that to 16. And I guess just 0.3 would be fine. not quite the estimation, but so 3 times 6 is 18, carry the 1. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. And then just 1 decimal, so 4, which I guess would be basically 5, okay? But we'll put 4.8. I'm not sure if they want you to round to whole numbers or not. Again, ask your teacher what they want you to do, okay? Because, yeah, okay, so that's what I would do. All right, so we have 15.8 times 0.28, so 82.0. Now remember, in multiplication, you do not have to line up the decimal points. Okay, 8 times 8 is 64. 8 times 5 is 40, plus 6 is 46. 8 times 1 is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And we have 1 there. Okay, we're done multiplying by the 8. The 2 is in the tenths place, so that'd be 20 hundredths. So we have this 0 as a placeholder. Okay, 2 times 8 is 16, carry the 1. 2 times 5 is 10, plus 1 is 11, carry the 1. 2 times 2 is 2, plus 1 is 3. We're going to add our answers together. We have 4, 12, carry the 1. 2, 3, 4, 3, 4. Okay, and I have 1 decimal in my problem here, 2 here, for a total of 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we have 4.424, which is very close to what we had before, so that's good. All right. Question number 4. First, we're going to estimate, and we have 112.5. So let's estimate that by dividing by 10. And we know when we divide by 10, we can move the decimal point over to the left 1 time. So our estimation will be 11 1/4, or 11 25 hundredths. Okay? You could, I suppose, do 100. You could round this to 100 divided by 10, and that would be 10. But this would be more of an accurate estimation. All right, let's give this a try now. 9. We're going to do an exact answer. 112.5. Okay, so 9 is not able to divide 1. It can divide 11 1 time, which is 9. Subtract 9, 10, 11 is 2. Bring down the 2. 9 goes into 22 twice, which is 18. Okay. And that's 3. Oh, sorry, 4. Bring down the 5. And bring up the decimal point. And that will be 5, and that's 45. Subtract equals 0. So your answer is 12.5. Okay. All right, we're going to estimate and then solve. Show your work. All right, so I guess I would do 0.4, I'm going to round that to 0.4, divided by 0.4, and that would equal 1, because a number divided by itself equals 1. So my estimate will be, this will be about 1. All right, now we have, let's see here, 0.4 on the outside and 0.38 on the inside. Now we're going to move the decimal point once here and once here. We're going to bring it up into our quotient. Okay, 4 cannot divide 0. It cannot divide 3. It can go into 38 8 times, which is 32. Gives me 6. Oops, nope, we can go higher, sorry. You can go in at 9 times, which is 36. Sorry about that. I meant to get 2 as my answer. And then bring that down, and it goes into it 5 times, which is 20. Sorry. My brain was going a little bit faster than what I was thinking. All right, so my answer is 0 and 95 hundredths, which is very close to 1. Good job. All right, now let's see what we got here. I think I would make this 500 divided by 10, and then I get 50. Or I could do 480 divided by 8, and I would get 60. I could do that. Or I could do 49, or I like this one, 49, 0 divided by 7, and I would get 70. I think I like that one the best. How about that? Yeah, let's go with that one. 70. Okay, so now we have 7.3. Okay, and we have 4, 8, 9.1. Okay, we're going to bring this decimal point over 1 and over 1, and we bring it right up into our quotient. All right. 73 cannot divide 0. It cannot divide 48. So it can divide 489. So what I do is I cover up the 3. Oops, what am I doing? Cover up the 3, cover up the 9. How many times does 7 go into 48? 6 times. So I'm going to do 73 times 6, 18, 42, 43, 43. 6, 4, 3, 8. Now hopefully this works. It may or may not. 1, 5, 6, 5. Yep, that's going to work. Bring down the 1. Okay, now cover up the 1, cover up the 3. How many times does 7 go into 51? 7 times. So 73 times 7, 21, 49, 50, 51. 51, 7, 5, 1, 1, 0. So our answer is 67. Okay. All right. Next, we're doing powers of 10. So we have 56.2 times 100. So we're just going to move that decimal point over twice. 1, 2. We need to add a 0 as a placeholder. So our final answer is 5,620. Question number 8. We are dividing by 100. This means we're going to move the decimal place 2 times to the left because we're going to make the number less or smaller. So we're going to go 2 places to the left. So we have 1.26384. Question number 9. Sean went on a canoe trip with a scout troop. They traveled 1.6 miles from the launch point to their first checkpoint. The rest of the trip is 10 times longer. What is the distance he has left to travel? Okay, so we have to do 1.6 times 10. To their first checkpoint, the rest of the trip is 10 times. Okay, so yeah, so 10 times. So we actually don't need this because we can just do this with mental math. Okay, so 1.6 times 10, just go over once, so that's 16 miles they have left, which is good that they're in a canoe. And hopefully they're going with the current. All right, question number 10. Becky's reading assignment was 15.5 pages long. If it took her 46.5 minutes to finish, how long did it take her to read each page? So we have to take the time and divide it by the pages. So we have to do 46, I'm going to write this here, 15.5 is our, and then our divisor, and then we're 46.5. Okay. All right. Now we're going to move the decimal point here, move the decimal point here, bring it up into our problem. All right, so 155 cannot divide 4 or 46, so we're going to cover this up and this up. 15 times 2 is 30. 15 times 3 is 45. So I'm going to try 3. So 155 times 3. And that works out perfectly, 3. So it's going to take her 3 minutes a page. All right. Lewis wants to purchase mulch for his flower garden. He saw an advertisement in the newspaper for 100 pounds of mulch for $164 from a store called Green Thumb. On television, he saw an advertisement, an advertisement for mulch at the Flower Power Store for 1 pound of mulch for $1.50. From which store will he get a better price per pound? So 1 pound of mulch is $1.50, and 100 pounds is $164. So what we want to do is figure out what 1 pound of this would be. So we're going to do 164 divided by 100. Now, with the whole number, the decimal points here, we're going to divide by 100, which means we're going to move the decimal point over 2 spaces to the left. So this means that this would be $1.64 for mulch from Green Thumb. And then for the Flower Power Store, it's $1.50. So to get the better deal, you're going to go to the Flower Power, because it is actually, this one's $1.50, and then Green Thumb's $1.64. So you're talking 14 cents difference, assuming they are the same quality. That would be a better deal. Okay. 12. Diego bought a slushie at the convenience store for $3.25. The sales tax is found by multiplying the cost of the slushie by 6/100. What is the sales tax on the slushie? All right, so $3.25 times 0.06. 6 times 5 is 30. 6 times 2 is 12, 13, 14, 15. 6 times 3 is 18, 19. Okay, there's 2 decimals in my top number, 2 in my bottom, so I go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that is 0.1950. Now the problem here is 0.1950. Okay, here's the problem. That's not money. Okay, money is only, it would look like this, okay? Our money system only goes to pennies, all right? So you're gonna have to round. So it only goes to the hundredths place. So this 5 is gonna make this bump it up. So it's actually gonna be 20 cents. Okay, 0.20. You have to round it to money, okay? Because we don't have, in this case, it'd be 0.195 tenths, hundredths, thousandths. We don't have 195 thousandths, okay, in math for money in America. All right, so each ticket costs $22. So the actual cost is $22 19, okay? So let's just say that that's, okay, so it's interesting. You know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to say 25, okay? And the reason why is we want 6 of them. Well, 4 would cost $100. So 4 tickets would be 100 because that's 25 times 4 is 100. And then 2 is more, is 50. So that would be 150. Now you could have said 20. You could have rounded down if you wanted to. Okay, now if you did do that, 20 times 6 is 120. Okay, but I'm going to go with this because it's close to 25 and we're multiplying money. Okay, does Richard have enough money to buy 6 movie tickets? He has $120. Okay, he does not. No, he does not. No, he does not. Not have enough money. Okay. Is your estimate higher or lower than the actual cost? Explain why it's higher or lower. Okay, my estimate is higher because I rounded the original or exact price up from $22.19 to $25. Okay. Now I'm going to go back down here. No, it does not have enough money. 22.19 times 6 times 6 is more than $120. Okay. All right. A coffee pot holds 60 ounces of water. Samantha made 4.5 pots of coffee today. How many ounces is that in all? So we have 60 times 4.5. 0, 30, 0, 24. 270 ounces. Question number 15. Tony made a sandbox for his son. Tony's wife wants to sew a cover. The rectangular cover will need to be 56 1/4 inches long and 42 7/10 inches wide. What is the total area of the cover? So to find the area, we're going to multiply the length times the width. So we're going to multiply 56 25/100 times 42 7/10. 7 times 5 is 35, carrying the 3. 7 times 2 is 14, 15, 16, 17. 7 times 6 is 42, 43. 7 times 5 is 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. Okay. We're done multiplying by the 7, so we add a 0. Now I multiply 2 times 5, which is 10, carry the 1. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. 2 times 6 is 12, carry the 1. 2 times 5 is 10, plus 1 is 11. I'm done multiplying by the 2, and I'm going to multiply by the 4, which means that, and there's 2 spaces here, so I have 2 zeros. 4 times 5 is 20, carry the 2. 4 times 2 is 8, 9, 10. Carry the 1. 4 times 6 is 24, 25. Carry the 2. 4 times 5 is 20, 21, 22. Now it's time to add. 5 plus 0 is 5. 7 plus 0 is 7. 3 plus 5 is 8. 9 plus 2 is 11. Carry the 1. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Carry the 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2. There's 1, 2 decimal places in my top factor and 1 in my bottom factor for a total of 3 in my answer. 1, 2, 3. So I have 2401.875, and that was inches. Rebecca's swim team is holding a fundraiser. She collected $72 to buy gift cards for prizes. If she purchases gift cards in the amount of $10.50, how many gift cards can she buy in all? Okay, so we're going to take $72 and we're going to divide it into groups of $10.50. Now, okay, look, if I have $10.50, okay, times 7 gift cards, that's 0. This is 35. 7 times 0, 0 plus 3 is 3, and then 7, and then 1, 2, 1, 2, okay? That would 7 gift cards, okay, 7 gift cards would equal $73.50, okay? But she only has $72. So how many gift cards can Rebecca buy? She can't buy 7, she can only buy 6 gift cards, okay? So it would be $10.50 times 6, 0, 30, 3, 6, 1, 2, 1, 2. So she'd be spending 63 of the $72, okay? Just that you know that that's kind of like how this problem breaks down, okay? You could divide for this problem, but remember there's different ways to solve problems like this. This is more of a mental math problem. Like think about real life and how you would if you actually were going to a store, what you would do, okay? And if I were going to a store, I wouldn't necessarily like write this down on a piece of paper. I might do it mentally, okay? All right, 17. Kristen runs 12.6 miles a week. If she does this for 6 weeks, how many miles will she have run in all? So we have 12.6 times 6. 6 times 6 is 36. 6 times 2 is 12, 13, 14, 15. Carry the 1. 6 times 1 is 6, plus 1 is 7. 1 decimal point, no decimal points, 1 decimal point. So it's 75 6/10 miles in all. Okay, that is your Chapter 6 study guide for multiplying and dividing decimals. So I wish you all the best and good luck.